Subhanallah, 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 Subhanallah.
Amazing Islam.
It's an Aouun Digital Media presents.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya wal Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, today I am standing next to the Masjid Aisha, which is in a MCC North Austin Muslim Community Center in Texas. Alhamdulillah, Allah Subhanahu O'tala blessed us with this Ramadan. And we are passing Ramadan 27. We are actually on 28th night tonight. So today we are scheduled to talk about Juz-27. And inshallah ta'ala, I will summarize this Juz-27. So Juz-27 basically starts a verse 31 of, up with reference the past communities highlighting their common excuses and responses to their messengers. Sorry for the interruption. Highlighting their common excuses and responses to their messengers, concluding with a warning to the disbeliever in verse 59 to 60. Then 49 verses of Tur refute the doubts of the disbelievers with a list of questions in ayah 29 to 43, which is powerful enough to silence any rebel. However, he does not budge. The surah says in verse 44, even if they see a part of the sky falling down, they will say it is but a mass of clouds. They will never believe it. That's what Allah says about the disbelievers. The surah then concludes on a note of reassurance for the Prophet. Allah says, you are under our watchful eyes, so do his so do his praise, then in the morning and night, and at a time when the stars retreat, verse 48. Then Surah Nazm, and Surah Nazm starts with describing the first revelation, following by a reference Isra wal Miraj, discussing the idol Lat, idols Lat, Manat, and Ujja, the superstitions believe regarding angels, references to accountability, then closing the surah with a command to all mankind to prostrate themselves before Allah Subhanahu O'tala in verse 62. Then Surah Qamar begins with a scene from the day of judgment and ends with the same. In between our references to the fates of the past communities and an image of peace, as it talks about the gardens and running rivers that will be the destiny of the believers in the hereafter. And then Surah Rahman with the 78 ayah addresses both the humans and the jinns, who are constantly challenged to deny if they can any of Allah's blessings. The universe is the great stage where all these blessings are exhibited. Then Surah Waqia primarily discuss resurrection, giving examples of plants and agriculture, the drinking water, the fire that we kindle, concluding the surah with a powerful description of man's situation and the point of his death. Then why do you not intervene when the soul reaches to the throat. The surah ends emphasizing the truth of the Quran in verse 95 to 96. And then Surah Hadid is an address to the Muslim to fulfill their requirements. Surah Hadid, we're talking about Surah Hadid, and that is, um, to the Muslim to fulfill the requirements of faith with special directives listed in verse 7 to 10. And then verse 11 is a call to offer a generous loan to Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala. And then verse 16, a command to humble themselves at the remembrance of Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala. Then verse 20 compares this world to the next world. And then 20 to 21 is an invitation to the compete for his pleasure, concluding the surah with a final address to the believers: be mindful of Allah, believe in His Messenger. He will give you a double measure of His mercy and provide you with a light to walk in, and will forgive you. Brothers and sisters, this was the summary of Juz-27. I think it will really help you to understand a little bit about what is inside this juice. And inshallah ta'ala, I believe, if you wanted to know more about it, inshallah, you can really go open any tafsir and read it more and gain knowledge from there and implement in your life. May Allah give you the ability to understand His book, inshallah ta'ala. With that, I'm concluding today, inshallah ta'ala. I will see you tomorrow with with the Juz 28, inshallah ta'ala. Up to that, may Allah uh, make you safe and keep you sound, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.